But aren't you glad Foodpanda's got your back?
Foodpanda holds a significant share of the food delivery industry. But how can we become the market leader at every mealtime? How do we make Foodpanda the number one choice among young working professionals and be their trustworthy companion into the late hours of the night and not just during regular mealtimes?
Foodpanda had mixed success in their recent rebranding efforts that feature mascot Bao Bao as the face of their campaign. We also still throw in market share and brand recall in the industry. What are some of the other challenges? Foodpanda is largely undifferentiated in this competitive industry. There is a low level of awareness about Bao Bao the mascot, and it is expected that their growth will soon plateau.
So what? We want to make Foodpanda the first brand in mind when ordering food in. And based on Foodpanda's consumer demographics, the go-getters are the perfect target audience to bring Foodpanda to the top. Go-getters are career-driven 25 to 34-year-olds who are middle to high-income earning professionals. They value productivity and convenience, which spurs them to stay up late into the wee hours of the night. And this drives demand for after-hours food delivery. We want to cement Foodpanda as the go-to food delivery platform for go-getters' supper cravings through a market penetration strategy. We propose to reposition the brand to feature a line extension for after-hours supper offerings through a year-long campaign to generate $1 million in commissions.
So how will Foodpanda benefit? Foodpanda will gain a first-mover advantage as the only platform to cater to this unserved mealtime, and this will enormously differentiate the brand from its competitors. It also enables Foodpanda to remain competitive while increasing revenue. How is this going to work? All that needs to be done is to get customers to order one additional order a week, which will be a breeze to accomplish once we rebrand supper as an additional mealtime. Is that unrealistic? Not at all. In fact, only 0.69% of Foodpanda's existing customer base needs to order one more order a week. So that's simply 3,071 customers ordering the average $20 per order. So imagine you work late every day and order supper, that's 5 additional orders a week, which amounts to 5 times our proposed revenue.
So what will this campaign do for Foodpanda? We aim to increase our target audience awareness, interest, desire, and action for the supper rollout. Currently, more than 60,000 go-getters are using Foodpanda. We aim to achieve a 90% campaign exposure, 60% audience interest, 30% desire to purchase, which means adding to cart. And for action, we hope to move at least 5% to place orders. Thus, to achieve $1 million in commissions, all we need is 3,071 customers to place a supper order every week, because we know they deserve it.
Now, all we need to do is get our message out there. How will we do that? Just hop on down to the CBD and look out for cheery, trusty Bao Bao, who will look out for you when it really matters. Or refresh your social media feed to find Bao Bao, who will be there to refresh your night. Great, so now the message is out. What benefit does our campaign bring to our target audience? Introducing Panda Eyes, a late-night supper companion for young working adults to satisfy their after-hour cravings and provide an extra boost to power through the night.
Wow, the answer to our prayers! Where can we find out more about Panda Eyes?
Vroom vroom, there's a new vehicle around the block. Gear up for the Panda Mobile. In a limited time event, we plan to drive around various food trucks in the CBD during the late night and bring that Clarke Quay nightlife to you. Catch our fluorescent signboard, Retro's 90s style food trucks at your lobby entrance, and have your main character moment as we jam along to 90s hits under the neon aesthetic of our food trucks.
On the road, turn on the radio. This is the kind of ASMR we're talking about.
Oh, till the sunrise, supper tonight from Foodpanda, midnight on time flies.
Of course, we have to start with social media. Go-getters dominate Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. With adorable Bao Bao blessing your feed, you surely won't want to skip this ad.
Scrolling endlessly for another financial report on Google? Our digital ads might be what you're searching for.
Want to read something other than your client brief? Click on a collaborated blog post. That might do the trick.
Feeling the blues with all that blue light? Look out the window to find Bao Bao, who is always there to keep you company.
Channel surfing at midnight? How about a surf and turf while you're at it?
Reading the news or catching up on the latest trends? Flip through these options on Foodpanda now. How do we plan to support the campaign? Panda Eye fills the gap in this niche market by bringing over 300 eateries right to your doorstep, island-wide through the night.
Need a sugar rush?
Delivered.
Craving some prata?
Delivered.
Feeling that mala itch?
Delivered! Foodpanda will be your companion all through the night, not just 9 to 5. We hope to be the go-to platform for supper options throughout the night, to provide food as your late night fuel and comfort. And what will be our tagline?
Sincerely yours, The Supper Club.
How will we appeal to our target audience?
We will use a resonance approach by making Foodpanda relatable and similar to night owls. Our mascot will show a go-getter who is always tired and hangry thanks to overtime work. Our visuals will reflect day-to-day situations, go-getters falling asleep at work, stomach rumbling, etc. Our target audience works extremely hard, and we want to show that to work hard, they need to eat well and recharge. Foodpanda makes this process easy and reliable.
Fantastic! Now that we know what goes on in our campaign, when will we be able to see it? We plan to run Panda Eyes from May 2022 to April 2023 because we know go-getters are hustling all year round. Our media objectives are reach 90% of go-getters by the end of the campaign and maintain an average exposure frequency of at least 3 Foodpanda advertisements per week throughout the campaign. To maximize our budget, we'll be pushing out media during key moments of the year to attain high reach and build awareness.
We plan to target popular visiting periods such as New Year's Eve and Chinese New Year. The month of February because we know you'll miss supper after a month of New Year's resolutions. And the month of April in 2023 to boost Ramadan orders. And approaching the end of each financial quarter, where we anticipate higher supper demand due to greater social and economic activity among our target audience at later hours. To lead our target audience from awareness to interest, desire, and eventual purchase, we will continuously push out desire and action prompting messages at a high frequency to drive frequent purchase behavior.
Excited? Hell yeah! Get ready for a night to remember. Check out Panda Eyes now because this is definitely something you want to stay up for.
Sincerely yours, The Supper Club.
Oh, till the sunrise, supper tonight. From Foodpanda, midnight, oh, time flies.